So I start, I like, so I went on, start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and 7.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders' superstar wide receiver. There were no answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards with several stops in the end zone. It's the Commanders and the Bills, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Up to the 20. The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 23 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Up the middle, here's Henderson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Shoves him aside.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back to throw.
McCord.
That ball caught by Harrison. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Henderson now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
To throw on second down.
McCord.
His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bills now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Actually winds up getting 8 there. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Barnes. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 2nd and 9. This defense for the Commanders, it's very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
They spent the week of practicing. We know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. He stiff arms it. And he's got this down to the 45. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
On first down,
McCord. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
looking to throw.
McCord, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now left side on this. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw that tight coverage, you see what happens.
space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. On 3rd and 2, Gabriel. This is caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Throwing on 1st down. McCord. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCord. He finds his man. Complete. That's Fleming. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackle?
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 3 yards out,
and the Commanders have regained the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
Here's Thompson to return it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
This is intercepted. He's on his way. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
At that 18-yard line.
Off the play fake. Gabriel. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Barnes. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Wide open receiver complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle, complete. It's Fleming. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Off play action. McCord.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Fourth down.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will tie things at 20 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, McCord.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
yards there and a Washington first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Now a 2nd and 2. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Looking to throw. McCord. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Off the play fake. McCord, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense
defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people out blitz.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills first down.
They'll run on first down. Barnes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd down, it's Barnes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Right back to him on first down.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Major, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now at FedEx Field. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And I think the ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, McCord. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Big strides, look at him go. He may go.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Up the middle they go. Barnes.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down. Gabriel. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Now the Washington offense heading out. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Henderson running straight ahead. They juked him. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 4. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
At the Bills' 47-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Off play action. McCord.
That one too wide and incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams.
Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the Bills now down by a field goal, 1:38 to go. And they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, get the clock stopped, getting out of bounds, and maybe a little short of the 1st down. But I thought that was the key.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
He'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's back to throw. And a throw there
He needs the best play of the game.
This is caught inside the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
And now it's Washington's turn.
Trailing by 4. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harrison.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
McCord. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So with that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for the win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Buffalo, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.